Hi guys, welcome back to another Brittany Built video. Last time I introduced Blue to you, and so this is kind of going to be a two-part video. It's going to be the why we have to do what we have to do to get Blue back and running, aka I'm going to show you all the damage that she did to her 351, and then we're going to start taking the tranny off the engine so we can get it on the stand again. So I'm really excited to do all of that and show you all of that. So let's get started. So obviously I took apart most parts of Blue's 351 before I even thought about YouTube. So unfortunately we won't be seeing the whole teardown of me pulling off the headers, the fan, etc. But we will very shortly be seeing the catastrophe of the engine. So as you can see, there's our header that we had pulled off. This is the bad one, obviously. We've got the valve drop here, just sliced everywhere. We've got a little bit of chunks from the piston where it got hit and splattered off, but everything else looks really good. So honestly, if anyone has 351 heads, let me know. So I'm thinking hopefully I can rebuild the engine and put it in the next car that we're gonna do. So obviously I still have the good head on the engine. Well, what I'm presuming is the good head on the engine. Hopefully I didn't hurt two pistons, but as you can see, piston number 6 is down for the count. It's actually so stuck in there, not even my dad and I can turn over the motor or anything like that. And so we're praying that it's still good, that the cylinder walls are okay, but we honestly don't know. Once we saw this, we're like, okay, either we gotta figure out how to do new head, new setup or something like that, or 50HO with overdrive. And since I drive the car to a lot of shows and a lot of races, I thought 50HO was the way to go, but we will see. So hopefully, along with all your guys' support and all of everything that's going on, we can get it done in time. I guess all that's left is let's get started. So since I'm not used to this whole YouTube thing and I didn't think to talk to you guys as I worked, because I was trying to figure my stuff out. I was trying to be strong. As you can see, I'm about to struggle here to get this bolt loose from the bell housing. But a little background knowledge for anyone who's new or doesn't know much about engines and transmissions. There was 6 bell housing bolts that I had to take off to get this transmission ready to unbolt from the engine. And then there were 4 torque converter nuts that I also had to take off. Now, if I remember correctly, I probably forgot to record myself taking off the torque converter nuts and turning over the engine and learning that the engine got stuck, but you'll see and hear all of that coming up soon. So just watch my struggles. So right around in here, I realized I did not pull the dipstick to the transmission, which would have been very advantageous. I wouldn't have had to go back out into the cold to grab myself a wrench, which you do not see me take it off with a wrench. You also missed me taking off the starter because I forgot to record. I am so sorry. I promise I'll do better. But you see me here pulling out these six-ish bell housing bolts that I loosened. And eventually I did go out in the cold and grab what I needed to finish the transmission job. So as you guys saw me attempt to video and work at the same time, you might have noticed I was taking off the bell housing bolts and the torque converter nuts off of the transmission. And so now that's pulled away, and I'll show you guys that. It's all pulled away from the engine, and once my dad's done using the cherry picker in his shop, I'll be able to get the 5.0 on an engine stand, and you guys can see the teardown. But what we did find out with the engine is it's unfortunately stuck as well. So I have a lot more work cut out for me than I thought I did, but as I always say, dreams don't become reality unless they're built.